Hello and welcome to another edition of An English Guy Watching Wrestling. I'm the English Guy, I'm Nick. Thank you so much for clicking on another video. I really do appreciate it. And in this one, we're going to be reviewing AEW Dark episode from the 23rd of February 2021. And 60 matches to get through. and not for the first time, AEW have done quite a few matches in their broadcast. But you know what? It's AEW Dark, it's on YouTube, it's free. It's no bad thing whatsoever. So with that being said, let's jump straight into the review. I said it right. Opening match was the shortest match on the card. It was Brian Cage versus John Skyler. Now, Brian Cage, is the powerhouse of and a half, dominated right from the start. After last week's episode of Dynamite where he powerbombed Sting, did the same in this match. It seems to be something that he might be doing in the future, and of course, I kind of like it. Of course, complete domination from the powerhouse at Brian Cage. One with the draw claw in 55 seconds. That's it. Team Talent's not being paid by the hour, sorry. I was actually not going to say by the minute on AEW Dark recently because after the quickest match, I think, ever in AEW Dark last week from Ricky Starks in 3 seconds, that's how long the match lasted. Quite crazy. 55 seconds in this one, so they're not being paid by the minute, let alone the hour. So it's really, really funny to see this, but thumbs up to a very, very quick match. Next match. There you go. Next match was Lee Johnson versus Serpentico. Now, Lee Johnson is recently signed full-time with AEW. Well, I say full-time, but signed with AEW, you get the general idea, against Serpentico. And I was looking forward to this match, to be honest, when I saw it out, because I really like both wrestlers. And for what this match was, not only 5 minutes and 26 seconds, it was a very good match, to be honest. Both men are just really good. Lee Johnson is recently signed to the Nightmare Family, with the Nightmare Family too. He's getting a bit more of a push, and I like to see it because I like Lee Johnson, but I also like Serpentico as well. He's great, and this was a good match, to be fair. And I think Lee winning the match was the right call. Serpentico lost nothing by losing this match, to be completely honest. I really like this match, and again, a great showcase from both gentlemen, so definite thumbs up, so well done. Next match was, I think, the hardest hitting match on the card, but not surprising. Eddie Kingston versus J.D. Drake making his AEW debut. Now, I know who J.D. Drake is, so I've met him in real life. Very, very, very nice person, I will say that. And it was really good to see him get a shot in AEW. And against Eddie Kingston, I thought, great call, because both men hit hard. And you could see in this match, it was a brawl between two very good and accomplished wrestlers. Not to say there wasn't wrestling from both men. It was more of a hard-hitting match for both men. But it was the right call for two of these guys to do it. And it was just great to see. And it was only 5 minutes and 5 seconds, but it was a very good match to see this kind of match go on. And Eddie Kingston is, if you know his finisher, it's the back fist of the future, the spinning back fist. He hit that hard, but JD Drake is made of steel, so he could take it. And I know he's ready to do it. And he's probably, with Walter, one of the guys with the hardest chops in wrestling. It's insane. And you can tell Eddie Kingston is also tough as nails, but you can see he was feeling him in this match. But this was a great ball, and hopefully we do see JD Drake get another chance in AEW. I'd love to see it because I really like him. I really like Eddie Kingston, so thumbs up to both men to put on a very entertaining, hard-hitting match. You don't really see that much in AEW Dark, so really couldn't fault it. So well done, both men. Next match was Leyla Hirsch versus Brooke Havoc. Now, unfortunately, during this match, Brooke Havoc tore her ACL. I don't know what it was during the match, so I'm not too sure if it was a longer match was scheduled, but Leyla Hirsch got the win at 2 minutes 15 seconds, and I think possibly in the past I've seen wrestlers, when they've been hurt, say, "Could we please finish the match?" Tearing the ACL is no joke, but considering the fact that she finished the match is a testament to Brooke Havoc. And she's, I think, only one of her very, very first few matches in her career. So, sincerely, Brooke Havoc, get well soon. Really, you don't want to see this happen, especially so early in their career. But I will say this, before she hurt herself, Brooke Havoc did some really cool stuff in this match, to be fair, and I was impressed. You can see when the Nightmare Factory training has gone into, because obviously Those who don't know, QT Marshall, Cody Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes. Not sure if there's any other trainers. Oh no, Glacier. Glacier, I think is another one there. You can't really ask for better trainers than that, to be honest. And it's shown, and considering she's only been going for a short while, but Havoc showed something in the very short time she could be in this match. So, in all sincerity, Brooke Havoc, get well soon. So, and hopefully continue a great career. Simple as that. Next match was Jurassic Express versus Angel Fashion and VSK. The second shortest match of the night, 1 minute and 16 seconds. Very, very dominant and quick win for Jurassic Express. That's it, ready? There you go. Next match was JJ Garrett making his AEW debut versus QT Marshall with Nick Camarata. Now, it's actually kind of cool to see QT Marshall get a match on Dynamite. On AEW Dark in a singles match. You don't see really much singles matches these days. But really good to see him back. And despite the shortness of this match, 4 minutes and 38 seconds, it was a good match, to be fair. I've never seen JJ Garrett before, and he proved some pretty cool stuff in this match. The best way to describe him is Scott Steiner from the 1990s look. But not to say he didn't exude confidence. QT Marshall, I think, gets a pretty good all-round wrestler. He's getting better and better as time goes on. One with a diamond cutter, 4 minutes 38 seconds. There you go. Excuse me. And the next match was Max Caster versus Marco Stunt. Now, I like Max Caster and Anthony Bones as a tag team. I really like them. And Marco Stunt getting another singles match in AEW. I only wish Max Caster won the match. I'll say that with his elbow drop off the top rope. I just wish Marco would get more wins because I really like Marco. He's great. And this was, for what it was, a short match, but a good match. It's got both men really showing what they could do. I think Max Caster and Max Caster, what do you call him? I'll call him Caster. My accent and everything else. Is Michael Bones. I said Anthony Bones saying I get more and more of a push in AEW, and I'm proud because I do like those two. So, yeah. And the next match was not the longest tag match on the card, 5 minutes and 1 second, but a fun match it was. Alex Reynolds and John Silver, Dark Order versus Louis Vale and Chris Peaks. Now, I didn't know that that Louis Vale and Chris Peaks were the Patari. If you remember the Patari, they used to have face paint and were part of the independent wrestling scene, and I didn't know it was them until early on today. And I like the Patari. I used to think they were good, and what they did in this match is not what they used to do as a tag team, but no bad thing. But I was really pleased to see them get more chances in AEW because I like them when they were Patari. I really did. Anyway, this was a fun tag match, and I really like the finisher from Reynolds and Silver. It's called the Dark Destroyer. Both men get them in the opponent of the DDT, do a front flip DDT. It's kind of like a destroyer. You know what a destroyer is. And it was a fun tag match, to be honest. And hopefully Dark Order continues to get better and better. So they say continue to get better and better. So thumbs up. And next match was actually quite a good match, to be fair. Fuego del Sol versus the returning Kip Sabian. I'm not going to lie. I absolutely love Kip Sabian because I've been watching him since he was on independent scene here in the UK. So pleased to see him on a big scene like AEW because if you never saw him before he went to AEW, he's exactly the same as he is now. Flamboyant, charismatic as you could possibly get. But I will say this, outside the ring, generally an awesome guy who will talk to you as a human being. Can't fault that. Great to see him back against a guy who I just really want to see get a win in AEW, even if it was maybe not Kip Sabian. But anyway, that's small favoritism aside, I love Fuego del Sol. And this was actually a decent a singles match, to be honest. Now, interesting to see that Fuego was facing Kip because this is the first time these two have ever met, I think, in a wrestling ring. And they really clicked, to be completely honest. I thought this was a really good match. And hopefully, wouldn't mind seeing these two go out again. And for what this match was, it was a lot of fun. So, can't fault it. Kip Sabian won with Deathly Hallows. And Kip, welcome back, mate. And the next match was actually a very good tag match. Was the Varsity Blondes versus Sean Dean and Charlie Bravo. Now, I don't think Charlie Bravo and Sean Dean actually have an official tag name. I know they've got their names as a tag team. Obviously, I think both men served in the US military or the US forces of some kind. And they dress like, if you remember Booker T and G.I. Joe, they kind of dress like that a little bit. But, as a tag team, they're pretty good. And I want to see more of this against a team I really do rate. That's the Varsity Blondes. This was a very good tag match, to be fair. And not the longest match on the night, as most of them are, because it was a 16-card show. But this was a good tag match, to be fair. I enjoyed what both men brought. Sorry, all four men brought. And I think having Pillman and Garrison win before their match against Ricky Starks and Brian Cage on tomorrow's Dynamite was the right call. I enjoyed this match for what it was. Can't fault it. Thumbs up. Good tag match. Very enjoyable. The next match was Aaron Solo versus Ryan Nemeth. Of course, Ryan Nemeth, the brother of Dolph Ziggler. This was a fun match, to be honest. I really like Ryan Nemeth. He's so full of himself as a character, but it works in this environment. Against Aaron Solo, who actually showed some very good offense, to be fair. And this was a good match at 7 minutes and 2 seconds. I thought this was one of the best matches of the night, to be honest. Very good wrestling from both men, and Aaron Solo is getting better and better. I really like Aaron Solo, and I really like what Ryan Nemeth is doing. And him winning was the right call. And so I might sneeze in a moment, so I apologise. Might be right. I might be right. Okay. Anyway, on we go. Oh. Excuse me. So I paused the video because I thought I was going to sneeze, but I don't think I'm going to. But as I was saying, very good match from these two men, and this is the kind of match you want to see from these two athletes. Very, very enjoyable, and I really want to see Aaron Solo continue to do more singles matches because I think he's improving to another part of the Nightmare family, and I really did rate this match. Very good. Thumbs up, definitely. Next match was Eva Elise and Diamante versus Miranda Elise and Renee Michelle, making their AEW tag team debut. Now, Miranda Elise has a bit of history in wrestling with, I think, both Eva Elise and Diamante. Of course, all three of them from South America as wrestlers. But as tag team matches go, this is very good. I really like Eva Elise and Diamante, but I really liked what Miranda Elise and Renee Michelle brought as a tag team. First time I've ever tagged in AEW, and they clicked. All four of them just clicked with each other, and it was a very good match, to be fair. I really think that if it continues this way, I'm not going to preempt it, but hopefully one day we'll see more women's gold in AEW. I'd love to see that because the women's division is getting stronger and stronger, and this was a very good advertisement. Even though Eva Elise and Diamante are more, I think they're both signed to AEW. I'm not going to say it's true. This is the thing they are. Against Miranda and Elise Renee Michelle. I thought this was a very, very good match, and I really want to see all four of these women more in AEW. Even though you do see Eva Elise and Diamante more often than not, but Miranda Elise and Renee Michelle, definitely want to see more of. All four of them did a very good job. This was a good match. And the next match was Tony Vega and Steve Stetson versus perhaps my favourite tag team of the moment. And that's saying something because I like a lot of tag teams of Top Flight. And even though it was 4 minutes, this was actually a fun tag match. I've never seen Steven Stetson before. Tony Vega I have seen before. But this was a fun match, and Top Flight are just ridiculous. If you've ever seen them, you know why. They are a human highlight reels times 2. But I enjoyed this match, to be fair, and good, fun little tag match. And I'll say this, I think it was Dante Martin that hit one of the most ridiculous crossbodies I've ever seen anyone hit. The height he got was unreal. If you ever get a chance to watch it, look at the height he gets when he hits the crossbody of both men. It was unreal. And that's just Top Flight, man. They're just that good. But this is a fun little tag match. Not the longest tag match on the card, but all very, very good. So, thumbs up. Next match was actually a very good match. It was Bear Country and Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela versus Mbadu Levi Shapiro. That's how you pronounce his name. I apologize, I mispronounced the name. I hate mispronouncing names, but that's what it looks like it's spelled like. Daniel Joseph and Aaron Fry. Now, Bear Country, Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss have tagged before. And unusual as it sounds, they work. You wouldn't never have guessed it. I mean, a team like Bear Country, completely polar opposites to what Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss do, but all four of them together, it works. Some of the tag team offense they were doing was really good. Same with, they all of them coincide with each other. It works really, really well. And even though it's 5 minutes and 24 seconds, it was a fun tag match. Really good to see Bear Country get more and more opportunities. I think they won't be long before. I think they might be signed, and I genuinely hope they do get signed because I think they're fantastic. Sonny Kiss and Joe Jenner, I absolutely love Joe Jenner and I love Sonny Kiss. I really do as a tag team. All four of them together somehow just works. If it works, it works. That's all you need to know. So thumbs up for that, definitely. Which brings us to the next match of Ryzen and Baron Black versus Pretty Peter Avalon and Caesar Bononi. And I'm kind of liking what Peter Avalon and Caesar Bononi are doing because, as you know, Pretty Peter Avalon is doing the pageant. Caesar Bononi, obviously, he's got taken a liking to it because of Caesar Bononi's looks. And the actual finish of this match was quite funny. And I didn't think I'd see anything like it. Now, Peter Avalon's finisher is the Martinis, which is obviously a backbreaker of the knees, obviously backbreaker of the knees. Caesar Bononi threw his opponent, so threw Peter at his opponent and he hit it. And after the match, Peter went, "What just happened?" Because Caesar Bononi, I'll say, is not a small guy. He's a very, very big guy and very, very strong. It was such a unique finish to the match, and I absolutely loved it. You don't see finishes like that very often. Kind of like, almost like Chaos Project, like Luther will use Serpentico as a weapon. It is strange, not using him as a weapon, but kind of helping him hit the Martinis. Was very entertaining to be honest, and I thought this is so funny. And I don't usually laugh at a finish to a match, but I laughed at this one. But not to say it wasn't a fun short tag match, so thumbs up. And if you can make someone laugh unintentionally, but you kind of saw Peter's reaction. It wasn't the Martinis that made me laugh, it was the reaction. It was like, what just happened? It was so funny, and it's just great work for Peter Avalon. So well done, Peter, for that one, definitely. Which brings us to the next match, and a very good match. Kylan King versus Tesha Price. Now, first time on AEW for Kylan King for quite a while, actually. But I really like Kylan King. I think she's good. Against Tesha Price, who was also good. And this was actually a very good, fun, short women's match, to be fair. And I think Kylan King winning was the right call again. And it's great to see Tesha Price getting a little bit more of opportunity in AEW, so I can't fault that. But good, fun, short match from both women, so can't fault that. Thumbs up. Which brings us to match of the night, to be completely fair, the main event. Mike and Matt Seidel, the Seidel brothers, versus TH2, versus Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian SCU. Now, when I saw this match announced, I thought that's going to be fun. I actually half expected it to be a six-man tag match of some kind, but it wouldn't quite work. But that being said, this was a superb match. All 6 men just showed what they can do, and those know my love for Matt Seidel. I think he's one of my favourite high flyers ever. First time I've ever seen Mike Seidel do something like that in this match, and you can see runs in the family, does exactly the same thing. TH2 always reliable as possible, and Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels, veteran tag team, very reliable. And all 6 men in this match showed a lot of great things, and a very good main event to top off what was actually a decent episode of Dynamite. I say AEW Dark, my apologies. But again, this was a very good match to close the show, and SCU winning again was the right call because I don't think people want to see them split as a tag team. I definitely don't. I think they're so good. But this was a great, unexpected three-way tag match, I should say, with unique offense from all 6 men. So couldn't fault that. So thumbs up, and that is it for this review. Crazy 16 matches to cover, but there you go. I will be back with an AEW Dark review next week, but until that time, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will see you next time. Until then, take care.